Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about a little bit of drama going on over here when it comes to PlayStation, Bungie, and as well, one in particular creator that allegedly and/or a lot of people are assuming is a huge, massive culprit of a huge, massive leak. Now, I've kind of seen the story floating around a little baby bit, so I'm going to be just kind of showing face value stuff and kind of community things. I don't necessarily know who is right and wrong, but I think a lot of the community is assuming this person is in the wrong. So once again, I'm kind of just giving you guys my random eyesight on the situation, if you will. So right now, we're seeing PlayStation has been kind of feuding back and forth, and Bungie itself with a certain guy, and it's kind of bad. So let's go talk about it. Also, I'm going to be doing a special on the front page of Twitch, like kind of a big stream event or whatever going on. So if you guys want to go and swing on by, today's like probably going to be a good day for it. If you guys have never swung by the Twitch stream, that is linked down below. Of course, follow the Twitter, subscribe if you guys are new. Let's dive on into it. So right now, we've been seeing kind of a big influx of attention. Because right now, Bungie has had a chance now to go and highlight and showcase on up what they've done. And what they've done is how they go catch like hackers, leakers, and all of that. If you guys have ever had a chance to work with a company, and maybe I'll go throw some insight over here because I've done a few things on Twitch and YouTube and all of that for sponsorship, working with companies, brand deals, whatever. Typically, they're very NDA. Typically, especially for how Bungie did it, is they'd have a bunch of people. They'd invite like 18, 20 content creators to be like, hey, you're a PvP guy. Like, you're really good at, like, you know, the competitive side. Come, we're going to fly you on out, play our new game mode, play our brand new changes, maybe even check out Marathon, as you guys have probably been seeing, and then they have a chance to know. They give their feedback, they're people in the community, they also probably stream so they can interact and see like what people like, what people dislike, all of that, you know, big deal. And then at the same time, they're like, hey, you have to be very quiet. We're working on this, let us cook, it'll come out in 6 months, a year, whatever it might be. And then typically you would sign an NDA, and you're meant to, like, you know, just not talk about it. Yeah, I went to the summit. Yeah, I went to this event. It was cool. And that was it. But sadly, sometimes people do get caught. And this is where some things get interesting. So right now, Bloomberg got a chance to interview kind of like the guy who helped. So basically at Bungie, Don McGowan was responsible for basically taking down leaks of upcoming content for video games such as Destiny 2, and this is basically like just a big investigator who like kind of looks at what happens on the gaming sphere. Now this is intriguing. It's a very intriguing thing. So basically, when he's trying to go and figure out like the leaks and what people find and how they kind of figure them out and like what little small things such as on Marathon, such on Destiny, such on all these other various big games, people take a lot of note on it. And they talk about how they basically found these people and got this. So basically saying, wait, we had stuff that came out on Marathon. I did some internal digging. They had a chance to find out who it was. They became who I refer to as a future ex-employee of Bungie. They've had syncs with, like, you know, the PR team with Bungie, Destiny, and they kind of figure out things and how they do it, etc. And they're also talking about the issues of hiring people. Because if you're a fan of the game, let's say you're really into Destiny, for example, because Bungie folks, and they really have a lot of friends who play it all the time, they're in clans, doing raids, watching Twitch streamers of it, YouTubers, whatever, they're very incentivized, just from like attention that people might get, to leak out things and like showcase things. And be like, oh my god, look at this new gun, you're gonna love it. Oh my god, look at this brand new content piece, you're gonna love it. And people just want to go and do it. So they've had callouts from Bungie, and this is an intriguing one. Because they're saying over here, so there's an interesting phenomenon, which is that a lot of people use the, and also, hear me out, the video will get a little better in like 2 minutes, use the same online identity over and over again. My Blue Sky handles basically the same, and they're kind of basically talking about the fact of like, it's very easy to track down. Let's go and say you're doing a play test with 12 people. Well, it's going to be one of those 12 people. So then let's go look at the social medias of like the people on there after a leak. Who is getting attention, who's quote tweeting it really quickly, who is responding to it, who may have also not been tweeting that day, not been streaming. Like, it's kind of like one of those like investigation sides. And they always go say for this, how do you feel personally about the fact that they're doing this work will lead to someone losing their job? And they're like, hey man, it's not even my fault. Because people were leaking things on, say, Marathon. And also trying to go and differentiate between like in-house like harassment versus like leaking an actual game. Like there's a difference they're even acknowledges to as well. But this is where the things are getting intriguing, because they've had someone coming out of here saying that number one, they had like when they were doing leaks with Pokemon, they had a chance to find a child. The kid himself was like, oh my god, I found a brand new Pokemon. That was through like the actual data in the game itself. They were extracting images from the card game. And you guys probably know Bungie itself has been very anti like hackers, cheaters, leakers. They've sued so many of them. But this is where things get a little bit better, like a little bit more on the intriguing side, is that as they're going through this one, there is a huge story when it comes to Bungie, saying Bungie is a fully remote company. So their badge logs were no use to them. So there's basically these confluence logs were very interesting. My first thought is that I have to authenticate if it's real, because a lot of the leaks were educated guesswork. My thought would be like who had access to these leaks. They had a situation with a content creator. This is where the video gets juicy. We'd done a community day where we'd brought up in a bunch of basically community content creators and opened up a stream. Then one of them took photos of his computer and then released those same photos for clout. And it was crazy because it wasn't even on their own name, just leaked them out so he could get clout with their websites he was leaking them to. Which this is alleged, let's say, but they are still banned. This person found out. This person called out the same article, and the community is having a hayfield with it. So they said, we figured it out. Who were the streamers on the call? There were 12 of them. Let's go start looking at these streamers. One of them had 2 computers, and one day he streamed from his other PC. We saw the icons on the bottom of his screen, and they were exactly the same ones as one in the photographs. All right, then that's most likely our guy. So then we set up a call with him. He starts trying to say, it must have been my roommate who walked in and took a photo of my screen. Likely story. One, we don't care because it was still at the end they leaked. Because you own the content, they walked in, and you were kind of able to like showcase it. Like let's say you have like nuclear launch codes. Like you're not showing people where it's at, you know? Not obviously not to the same extraneous degree, but still. They're saying second and more important, my friend, no, it wasn't. Because if you look at the angle of the camera, you can tell the camera is being held in the photographer's right hand. So basically, if I was just trying to take a picture like this, you guys would be able to go and see it on my right monitor, and it'd be like, oh, hey, so what kind of angle do you have here? What's going on with this? Why is it all weird? It makes sense. They're also seeing your doors to your left. So either your roommate came in, walked behind you to your right, and took a photograph, and you didn't notice it, or you took the photograph yourself. Basically trying to be like, hey, like, we have my roommate. Oh, he's walking on by. Let's go take this picture over here. Also, I kind of look like a spaceman, I think, in this hoodie. And then they go take a picture like that, which is just realistic, not weird. And they banned him. And they're basically saying, dude, that probably just pissed him off. And he's a streamer. When he found out, he went on, like, just basically went on stream. And apparently, we did some research, and apparently this is on the Uticogen guy. Allegedly. I don't know. Don't say anything mean to them, obviously. But the community is not happy with this. Saying, ladies and gentlemen, I woke up to the article that we just showed you guys, being written this morning by Jason Schreier, and a former Bungie employee, lawyer, lying on my name. There's something called metadata, which tells you exactly where a photo has been taken and why what device. And people were not really having this. Obviously, I do agree. If you take a photo, you can look exactly when, where, and why. But this person's been permabanned, not able to go play Destiny anymore. They're saying I will die on this hill. I never took any photos and never sent anyone anything at all. The only thing I did wrong was record the last 45 minutes because it was rushed. I watched it and got rid of it after. Basically saying that, hey, I didn't do anything wrong, just record the footage. I sat down with Jojo DeFox and we found out that my PC was compromised. Someone was on my system without me knowing it. I sent that to Bungie as proof. Slandering someone's name with something that won't hold up in court is not cool. Now, once again, I'm just kind of reading tweets and kind of seeing what the community says. I'm not involved in this at all. I don't, allegedly all for all this. See, I kept quiet because of this racist-ass lawyer. And I used the SIP gift to the day when he got fired. But no way in hell he gets to go around lying about this stuff to get in articles. Basically saying that the entire article we went through was a sham. Now, most people are not believing this. Because they said they had like picture proof, photo proof. It's not like even through their hardware itself. Like you can kind of see if it's allegedly, I'm not involved in this one, but like you can kind of see they're like, hey, like this isn't lining up to as well. And they also had meetings to do apparently with like the community managers over at Destiny 2 as well and Bungie, and then saying like these lawyers calling him out for clout, and he's out here doing interviews for this one. Whereas the proof of giving this info to someone from Clout to as well, and it's crazy. And then people were responding with the one saying, bro, just let it go, they got your ass. How did they take a picture of your screen with a phone by hacking your PC? Give it up time, it's just time to get a 9 to 5. metadata, which tells you exactly where a photo has been taken and by what device, proceeds to say, someone was in my system without me knowing it. Okay, release the info. Yeah, just put the fries in the bag, little bro. Show the proof. Show us the metadata, or just take the L and move on. And you got caught by breaking an NDA. You have to lie about it, metadata, and like everyone is just saying rough. Can't stress this enough, no one cares. He never even named you directly. Post the data then. So someone took a screenshot of your screen by hacking into your computer, but the photo was someone taking a physical photo of a screen that's one-to-one, and basically everyone is saying like womp womp and calling him on out. Basically saying that you got caught, and this, I'm not actually sure this actually might be it, but you can see it's definitely like an outside screenshot, not like a Gyazo or window capture. This is definitely outside your PC. And yeah, basically people are calling him out and calling him a liar, and it's kind of crazy because everyone is like, bro, like what is going on in here, man? What is going on? So just a lot of people are not vibing this. A lot of people are calling on and out. They're calling like saying this was brutal. This is rough. Some people are saying it may not be 100% him, but he is still banned at the time, and it's crazy to go and see. So a little bit of a gossip drama video. I thought it was kind of crazy. I will hopefully none of you guys get banned cheating. Say hi up at the Twitch, as linked down below. We're on the front page all throughout today, so say what's up whenever I go live later on. I appreciate y'all for watching. Follow the Twitter, all that good stuff, and subscribe if you guys are new.